All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Marshall Goble. That's me in the lower left-hand portion of the video screen here, along with my beautiful wife, May Goble. I'm going to have the honor of taking you through a kind of a tailored overview of the 5 Links opportunity. I'm going to be specifically talking about the 5 Links Wellness division of our company. A little bit about me before we get started. This webinar is being recorded. We currently have about 400 people watching this online. I will include the link at the end of this for you guys to share and pass around. A little bit about me. I'm currently been with 5 Links for 5 years. My primary job is I'm an active duty military. I work in the Navy with special operations. I've been doing that for 12 years. My wife is a certified fitness coach, and she's doing a lot of personal training for clients that she's acquired over the last year. I'll talk a little bit more about that when I get into the products that we offer. But I want you guys to realize that this is not the official overview of 5 Links. This is being done on a request basis. There's been a lot of people following my wife and I on social media over the last few months. I'm just returning from a deployment. A lot of people have been really attracted to the transition my wife has went through. A lot of people have been asking what she's done. And I decided to make this tailored video for people that are specifically interested in health, nutrition, wellness, and ultimately living a better life through health and nutrition. So, like I said, I'll also include the official link to the official 5 Links overview that explains the whole opportunity that we provide. But just before we get started, for you to really find value in this presentation, you need to have an interest in health, wellness, and nutrition. Okay, so let me get this thing going here. All right, the purpose of this overview is to give you detailed information on how you can affiliate yourself with a company that will allow you to leverage daily habits and ultimately give yourself, your family, and your friends the competitive advantage in life. So 5 Links is based on 5 core principles: vision, integrity, opportunity, freedom, and success. Our company's been around since 2001. We've been documented in a lot of very prestigious business magazines. The co-founders you see on the screen have 60 years of experience in direct sales, and they understand that representatives come first. So a little bit more about direct sales. Direct sales, in my opinion, is one of the only ways that you can give yourself and your family the advantage in today's economy. And as you can see on the screen, annual revenue of direct sales is at $182 billion. That was 2014. And you can see the NFL, the movies, and the music industry don't even come close to that. Now, within direct sales, there are hundreds, thousands of companies. 5 Links is ranked number 84 in the world out of the top companies that are documented. And in North America, we're number 45. We've been featured in the direct selling news multiple years in a row. And I will go back one last time. If you're going to do research after the end of this, really go and look at the Inc. 500 and 5,000 list, which we just made for the 9th year in a row. So, why would 5 Links interest you at all? Okay, so like I said, this is more tailored for the health and wellness person. So maybe you're already working out or on a nutrition plan. Maybe you have plans on working out. Maybe you have a mid-year goal. At the time of this recording, we're mid-year in 2015. Maybe you started realizing that some of the goals that you set at the beginning of the year need to be met for you to keep your word to yourself. Maybe you know someone that's into living a healthy lifestyle. Maybe they're a personal trainer. Maybe they're into fitness and nutrition. Maybe they're training clients such as my wife does. Maybe you've been told by a doctor recently that if you want to maximize your time here on earth, you need to start adjusting things in your life. And then the last thing that might interest you, it might, pique your interest a little bit, is if you currently drink coffee or know someone that does. I'll talk about that. So here's some of the industries that 5 Links is involved with. I'm going to be talking about 2 of them, which is an $81 billion opportunity in the coffee industry and a $571 billion opportunity in the health and wellness industry. Now, like I said, these are other industries that 5 Links can offer you an advantage in. I'll simply be talking about the 2 that you see on the screen. So before we get started, I want to ask you guys a personal question. Would you try a product that could potentially allow you to perform as close to 100% of your God-given mental and physical capabilities? So think about that. If there was a product that you could consume and it was safe, it was proven, it was documented, it was provided by a reputable company. All the research and documentation has been done. This stuff actually gives you the closest advantage in life to living your God-given abilities. Would you at least try it? And on top of that, if someone that you knew, let's say a friend, family member, a client, a coworker, someone that you might respect and trust, if they could provide you that product, would you at least try it? The reason that I asked that question is we have a product and service through 5 Links which can give you as close to 100% of your God-given abilities, which I'll be explaining in a second. Now, the main thing that I'll be talking about is the anti-aging aspect of one of our products. Now, before I get into that, a lot of you might snicker and laugh and say anti-aging, it doesn't exist. But here's what I want you to put your mindset in. In the early 1900s, I want you guys to really think about, did people believe it was possible for an airplane to fly with passengers in it over water to another continent? Back in the early 1900s, people's mindsets weren't stretched enough to really grasp that concept. Now look at us. We have planes that you can sleep in. You can get any beverage that you want. You can get meals. You can now use Wi-Fi. You can watch direct TV on some services. So think about the mental mind shift that's gone on in the past couple hundred years, and then think again, is it possible that there are people in very prestigious industries right now that are looking at ways to help people live a little bit longer, a little bit healthier? Okay, so that's what I'm going to talk to you about. And what we have to offer through 5 Links is called our High 5 Health-Inspired Products. Now, once again, the health and wellness industry is a $571 billion industry. Most of what I'm going to be talking about in this overview is how you can take advantage of daily habits that you're already doing or that you know someone is already involved with and give yourself the advantage. Okay? So one of the fastest growing divisions in 5 Links, and in my opinion, it's probably one of the most profitable divisions in 5 Links, is our wealth divisions. Okay? So let's talk about some of the High 5 products that we offer. The first up is an amazing product which we call High 5 Edge. And this product gets me very excited. I have a personal story which I'll share with you in a second. The main ingredient of our High 5 Edge is called niagen. And if you're into chemistry and research and all this, it's called NAD+. So the main ingredient of High 5 is considered the next generation vitamin B. All right. As you can see on the screen, David Sinclair is a gentleman who discovered this, and he was voted one of Time Magazine's most 100 influential people of 2014. So what 5 Links did a year ago is it struck a $62 million deal with a company called Chromadex, and it gives us a sole distributorship of niagen in the form of a sublingual melt. Basically what you do is you see the tablets on the screen. We put those in our mouth. They instantly dissolve into our bloodstream and go straight to where we need it to be. Now this gives you an advantage over capsules or fluids that have to run through the whole body system and functions. We're getting a lot higher percentage of this product called niagen, NAD+, if you will, that's going straight to where we need it. Alright, so the High 5 Edge, it helps improve endurance, it increases metabolic activity, it helps boost cognitive function. We've seen a lot of people that are on this product are able to focus and function a lot easier than some of the other over-the-counter drugs that they're buying off the shelf. It helps support healthy aging. Niagen actually has anti-aging properties in it, and what I want you to do, because I want to be respectful of everyone's time here, is get with the person that suggested that you might get on this webinar tonight and ask them to see some of the test studies and the clinical proof of how this stuff is actually adding life to people in some of the test studies that we did. So what niagen does, it allows sugars and fats and proteins to be converted from stored fat directly into fuel and energy production. And what this does is it gives us optimum performance. So once again, I want you to ask the people that recommended you take a look at this. But here's what I also want you to take a look at is some of the people collaborating to do research with niagen. So one of the exciting parts of the deal that 5 Links struck with Chromadex includes 100% access to all the unprecedented research that's currently being conducted at the institutes you see on the screen. So what I want you guys to do, because I'm breezing through this, is if you need to pause the screen, take a look at some of the prestigious universities and institutes that are currently conducting lab and human test studies on the health benefits of niagen and some of the different fields of interest that they are involved with. So 5-Links and Chromadex agreed to a 4-year all-exclusive deal. And what that means for us, remember, I'm trying to show you guys how to take advantage of something here. That means only 5-Links reps can provide the high 5 edge in the form of the melt. But it also means that all the data and research found that all these institutions and universities are conducting, all that information and data belongs to us. So it's almost like we have the golden ticket to the winning lottery, and we know what's going to happen. So in the next 4 years, 5-Links is the only one providing this in the melt form. And just imagine all the research and test studies that are going to come out of these universities that we now have the advantage of. So if you're the right person right now on this webinar and your ears are tuned in properly to seeing the opportunity, you're going to absolutely understand what I'm trying to show you that you have the advantage of. And if you choose to, you can place yourself in front of something huge. So imagine what would happen when the world finds out that they can literally add years back to their life. And then you can see in some of the forms of these areas of research, you might have personal stories about people maybe fighting breast cancer or have diabetes or cardiovascular issues. Maybe you know some people that are aging that want to try to slow that process down. We can now provide them a product in the form of our High 5 melt. So I'm going to move on to the next amazing product of the High 5 suite is the High 5 Boost. So High 5 Boost is an all-natural appetite suppressant and energy booster. And what the Boost does, it delivers almost 30% more natural caffeine into the bloodstream than ordinary over-the-counter caffeine boosters that people are normally consuming. So in a recent study that we did, we found that athletes using our High 5 Boost recorded a 51% higher caffeine reading in their blood after 6 hours of continuous activity compared to some people using over-the-counter drugs that were doing the same test studies. So High 5 Boost helps control hunger. What it does is suppresses your hunger cravings. It boosts your energy by all natural caffeine. It helps improve focus along with the High 5 Edge. But it also delivers antioxidants into the body. And on the month supply of this, you get 30 tablets. One of the many things I love about this product is the all-natural caffeine doesn't give anybody that I know that's taken it, including myself, the jitters or shakes. So some of the over-the-counter high caffeine and energy boosters give people heart issues. It maybe adjust their heart beating, gives them palpitations or whatever. But we're happy to inform you that no users ever experienced this with our High 5 Boost. And when you combine the Edge and the Boost on a daily basis, our studies have proven that there's a reduction in cholesterol, visible weight loss, a lot leaner muscle growth, increased cognitive function, and believe it or not, we're increasing the lifespan in the cellular level of our bodies. So now I'll talk about the High 5 Lean, which is our protein shake. So the High 5 Lean is a single serving protein mix. The gentleman on the right hand side of the screen is George Farah. He's affiliated with 5-Links and he helped design the High 5 Lean protein shake. Mr. Farah is a successful professional bodybuilder. His resume is stacked. He's a certified nutritionalist and personal trainer. Some of his clients include the top bodybuilding champions in the world, and also a gentleman you guys might recognize, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Mr. Farah is one of his personal trainers. So if you're currently taking over-the-counter supplements, the question that I want to ask you is, do you know who actually designed them? Do you know what their resume looks like? The cool thing with 5-Links and our High 5 products is we know exactly who designed our products with the High 5 Lean and Boost and Edge. So not only is Mr. Farah well documented, he takes some of the feedback that our representatives and customers give, and they help adjust some of the products that we're putting out, which makes it easier for us to sell these products and distribute them throughout the world. So again, we have the advantage here by knowing exactly who's involved with the production and design of some of the things that we're selling. One of the things I love most about the single serving of the Lean is how simple it is to mix on the go. Now, being military, I'm up very early. Sometimes I'm home late. Sometimes in the morning, I'm much like a zombie. I don't really want to go and measure out scoops of protein and put it in a shaker bottle and measure all this stuff out. So what I do is I throw a packet of Lean in my bag on the go. I mix it with water or coffee. I can throw I mix it with water or milk. I can throw fruit in it, blend it up as a smoothie, and drink it on the fly. And one of the best parts about it is it actually tastes well compared to most over-the-counter proteins out there that are a little chalky. This one actually tastes pretty well. It's got 25 grams of protein, it's got your fiber, and it is gluten-free. Okay, next product we're talking about is our High Five Fuel, which is simply a liquid form of the miracle molecule I spoke about earlier called niagen. It's also combined with other nutrients and ingredients to help give that energy shot that most of us need. So the energy shot's excellent for that normal 2 to 3 p.m. crash that most of us experience. In my personal testament, I usually take one of these prior to my afternoon workout. The benefits of High Five Fuel is it increases alertness, it helps burn more calories, it helps give you a little bit more endurance for your athletic performance. It's fast and effective. Even though it's not the sublingual melt, it's still going to process through your system. It's got a citrus taste, it's got 0 calories, 0 sugar, and again, it is gluten-free. Okay, now we'll move on to our High Five Challenge Kit. So I want to have some real talk with some of you right now, because if you're watching this, you might be planning on going through a process of transition. Many of you are going to get ready for a 2 to 3 month routine. You might be getting involved with a challenge in some way. All right. Most of you have already gotten your gym memberships. You might have bought all the high dollar supplements at the store. If you were lucky, you got out of there with a t-shirt, maybe a shaker bottle. You guys might be getting ready to go to war with meal prepping and chugging gallons of waters a day. I fully understand what you're about to get into. So what I want to explain to you guys is that if you've already paid your gym memberships, you're going to pay a trainer, you might going to enroll in a camp, if you will. A lot of that money that you're spending could go back into your pocket. So the question that I want to ask you is, if you're watching this and you're one of the people that I just described, what if you could get paid to do all the things that you plan on doing anyway, still lose the weight that you plan on losing, still get the physique that you plan on getting, but also have a financial benefit in it? Would that interest you at all? Now, on the other side of the coin, what if you're watching this from the standpoint such as my wife as a trainer? What if you have a lot of clients that follow you regularly on social media? What if you have people that come up to you and ask, what did you do to achieve your transition goal? What did you do when you went through your challenge? Now, knowing that I've explained some of the benefits and the highlight points of the High Five products that we have, do you see a position that you could put yourself in to have an advantage to not only recommend high quality stuff to your clients, but now you can enroll them into what we call the High Five Challenge. So 5LINK started an incentive program called the High Five Challenge, which rewards healthy lifestyle transformations. And over the course of a year, 5LINK will pay out $110,000 to contestants that rank in the top 10. Now, every quarter, they have the top 10 competition, and a judge of panels decides who the top 10 will be. They split 5-figure checks, and the number one winner gets a $10,000 check for upgrading their life. So back to my point, I'm trying to show you guys how to manipulate and take advantage of daily habits that you're already going to do. If some of you on this call tonight or watching this webinar, if you're already planning to enroll into a gym and have the early mornings and beat the mat and hit the weights and hit the treadmill and really be strict on your diet, you're spending money to do all this anyway. I know my wife dropped a lot of money on new yoga pants, new colorful shoes. She had to have specific earphones to make all this stuff work. But we also put a lot of money in the supplements, the training, the nutritional advice, the gym memberships. Imagine if you could put yourself in a position where you're going to reach all your physique goals, increase your healthy lifestyle, but you also have a financial benefit at the end of it that 5LINK will put you in, and it's absolutely free for anybody to enroll. So you could be a distributor of 5LINK if you see the business opportunity, or you can simply be a customer that wants to take advantage of the challenge as well. So let me show you a couple examples of some people that have participated in the challenge. This is Denise. She's one of the 5LINK VIPs of marketing. She lost 6 inches off her weights and 16 pounds. This gentleman here lost 28.5 pounds in just 55 days, and all they're doing is using the High Five products. They're taking the advice from George Farah, the nutritional and exercise advice. This lady right here, Crystal, she won a $10,000 check. She was the first winner of the High Five Challenge, and as you can see on the stage there presenting her check is Mr. George Farah himself. And the 2014 Mr. Physique, his name is Mark Anthony. He was one of the guest speakers and guest at the first ever check being given away to Miss Crystal Robinson back in 2014. So once again, these people were engaged into living a healthier lifestyle anyway. They just took advantage of a incentive program that 5LINK had set up. So just imagine that being you. All right. So what I want to do now is discuss the largest in my opinion, probably the largest, most profitable division in 5 Links, which is our coffee division. So I'm going to shift gears a little bit. This is for anyone that you know, if you're currently watching this and you consume coffee, or you know someone that does consume coffee, I want to talk to you right now. So we're just going to go ahead and move on. We're going to talk about Montevita. So Montevita is the coffee company that 5 Links now owns, which is a specialty blend of what's called healthy coffee. So our Montevita coffee is roasted and infused with something called MCT oil and ramen seeds. And I'm going to explain to you a little bit about what that is in a second. But MCT oil means medium chain triglycerides. There's a health benefit to it in regards to burning fat. The ramen seeds provide a lot of antioxidants and nutritional value. And what I want you guys to do is just imagine all the coffee that people buy at Starbucks. How healthy is that? And I'll speak a little bit more about what Starbucks has done to the coffee industry in just 1 second. So our Montevita coffee is available in a bag form, which is pre-ground. All you do is put it in a filter and brew it. And also in the K-cup form. Okay, so the Starbucks revolution has allowed many people in the world to accept and just agree that it's okay to pay about $4 to $8 for a cup of coffee, which is mostly fat and sugar. So remember, the coffee industry is an $81 billion industry, and what we're looking to do through 5 Links is capture a small percent of this industry by offering coffee drinkers that are currently consuming coffee a healthy alternative. And what you need to understand is coffee is the second most consumed beverage in the world, right behind water. So let's take a look at 2 short videos to get an unbiased view of what MCT oil actually does in the body, and then also a professional taste test of someone reviewing Montevita online.
The last fat melter, one of my favorites. This will help you lose those last stubborn 5 pounds. And one of the beauties of this is that you can actually get this pretty readily in your diet. It's called MCT, or medium chain triglycerides. So what is this, Dr. Salhab, and how does it work?
Well, this is one of my favorites because you can bring it into a healthy lifestyle. And so medium chain triglycerides, as the name implies, they're medium sized versus long chain triglycerides, which are pretty much almost all the fats that we eat. And because they're smaller, they're easier to digest. So it goes right into the stomach, right to the liver, and it gets broken down for fuel.
This is such an important principle that I want to demonstrate with this little model. So this is the blood going through the body. When you eat foods that have medium chain triglycerides, the body immediately absorbs that into the liver. And because it goes to the liver, it's broken down as energy rapidly, easily dissolved. That's why places in the world that have lots of these MCTs in their diet naturally don't seem to have as much of an issue as we do. Now, fats, on the other hand, are very different. Because they have these long, bulky chains, they're thick and they're cumbersome, they can't get through the system, so they have to go into the lymph. When they get into your lymph, they clump up. And you see how this is forming this sort of thick material here? I mean, it really pulls everything together, and it doesn't actually get absorbed the way you want it to. And because of that, it tends to get deposited, as you mentioned, Dr. Salhab, in very unsightly places, the places you don't want it to be. So what kind of results could you rationally expect to have if you could start taking the recommended amount of MCT?
Well, the studies show, this is pretty cool stuff, but you can actually burn about 100 calories a day by adding MCT to your diet. That's 3,000 calories a month. That's a pound of fat a month.
And not a bad aftertaste. And that is something with the healthy coffees in particular, and pre-ground coffee, which this is, that, you know, it sometimes has this really negative aftertaste, and this really doesn't have that. I'm kind of shocked right now. You're viewing my shocked face. I'm going to have to give this coffee a strong 4 out of 5, 8 out of 10. And the way that we rate coffees on Coffee Cup News is we rate them based upon the brew style that they are. So I'm not benchmarking this against whole bean coffee. I'm not benchmarking. What I'm benchmarking this against is the category that it is. It's a healthy coffee. It has something else added into it besides just coffee. And this is the best. I mean, I can say that confidently. This is the best healthy coffee subset of coffee that I've ever tasted. So, strong 8 out of 10. I'm really surprised, actually. And, yeah, wow. And as always, remember, Coffee Cup News is where New York coffee news. And I'm going to recommend that you pick some of this up. If you are into healthy coffees, this is the subset of coffee that you're really interested in, and I have a link below for you guys to do that.
Alright, so two things I want you to take from the two videos. Obviously, most people know who Dr. Oz is. I actually had never heard of the guy that did the coffee review, but after doing some research, this gentleman's profession is to taste coffee and rate them online. That is what he does for a living. But the big thing to take away from what Dr. Oz said about MCT oil is simply by adding it to your diet, you can burn an extra pound of fat every month. So if you guys are looking at this from the health standpoint, how much weight can you lose by continually standing in line at Starbucks or Coffee Bean or wherever else you're drinking coffee? Okay, if you're looking at this from the business standpoint, how many people do you know set goals to lose an extra 10 to 20 pounds a year and they continue to drink coffee? All you have to do is adjust the type of questioning that you ask them. If I could show you how to cut down a pound of fat per month by adjusting the type of coffee that you drink, would you be interested in trying out a sample of what I now am affiliated with? Okay, now in the taste test, this gentleman tastes coffee from all over the world every day, and he actually recommends that we try it if we're into the healthy coffee. So I think those two as a testament give us the advantage in 5 links, which allows us to, again, leverage ourselves, our family, and friends to live the ultimate lifestyle that we possibly can. So what I'm going to do now is shift over and explain to you how 5 links works on a business standpoint. So for those of you guys that are only interested in being a customer, if you choose to watch the rest of this webinar or overview, you might gain some value out of it. If you're simply looking to be a customer, what I want you to do is get back with the person that suggested you take a look at this video and ask them how you can become one of their customers. Now, if you keep your options open in regards to earning additional income alongside whatever your current profession is, then definitely pay attention to the next 5 minutes or so about what I'm going to say, because this is really how we take advantage and manipulate the system that 5 links allows us to do and leverage daily habits of things that people all over the world are going to do so that we can earn commissions and income off of it. So at this point of this overview or webinar, I've introduced to you who 5 links is, the industries that we're involved with, and I've really explained our health, wellness, and coffee products. So what I'm going to do now is talk to you about really what excites me from a active duty military style standpoint. As a father, as a husband, as the sole provider of income in my house, I'm going to talk to you about how we leverage a system that pays what's called residual income on things that happen anyway. So to help you understand what I mean, again, ask yourself, are you working out? Are you taking supplements? Do you drink coffee or tea? Are you currently buying energy shots? Do you know anybody with diabetes or high cholesterol? See, all these things are happening, and what I want to explain to you now is that 5 links gives you a chance to capture some of the revenue generated in all of those daily habits and how you can put money back in your pocket. So on the screen, you can see that what we do is get customers. Now, 5 links pays a commission value based on the products that we personally sell. Now, we can sell these products to ourselves. We can sell these products to gyms. We can sell it to our clients, whatever we got to do. But as an example, if you had a total of $500 worth of sales coming from your organization, 5 links would pay you an extra $100 a month. And that is based off things that are going to happen anyway. So an example of how you would acquire that type of income in this example is 9 boxes of the monthly supply of High Five Edge is $539. Okay, 9 people that you know that want to lose weight, add years to their life, maybe lower some cholesterol, lower some blood pressure, whatever it may be. Now you can earn an extra $100 a month. The second thing that 5 links does is we actually have a referral program where if you were to distribute 5 of any certain product that we provide, you would get yours for free. So on the screen you can obviously see if 5 people that you knew purchased the High Five Edge, for example, that has our Miracle Molecule Niagen in it, 5 people are purchasing that from you on a monthly basis because they see the health value and benefit of it. You would then get that for free, and then you could consume it yourself and get the same value. Same thing applies to the Boost Fuel Edge, the Lean, the coffee, all that applies. One of the coolest ways that you can leverage 5 links is this new system that we have called the Smart Builder Kit. And what you can do is literally sample your way to millions of dollars a month. I've seen it happen. Okay, so for $55 a month, you get samples of our High Five products and coffee, but you also get 20 $10 gift cards, and in a total value, that's $275 a month. but you're only getting it for $55. Okay, so from the business standpoint, which I do a lot of teaching on, my wife does a lot of the product, enhancement stuff. I do a lot of the business development in our organization. I try to teach people how to grasp the advantage and leverage it. You can literally provide samples to people that then turn into your customers. So at $55 a month, you're running your business based off sampling things to people. And what I do is I get Avery labels and I attach them to the little packets of coffee, or you can see the little high-five fuel bottle, the energy shots, or the protein powders, or the coffee. I attach a business label that I print off on my printer. I attach it, I give them the sample, and I follow it with them the next day, and I ask them, did they like the taste, what was their experience, and would they like to become a customer? And that is normally how you start acquiring massive amounts of customers, simply by sampling your way through. And again, once you get the 5, you get yours for free. You start earning commissions off of it, and you can buy more if you decide to, and then you can really distribute it. And what I want you guys to understand is 5Link's products are based on a point value. The 5Link Smart Builder Kit has a $20 point value if you decide to purchase this at the time of your affiliation with the company. So let me show you a realistic example of how the residual income works. Now, a little bit about residual income. This is not something we are used to. Most of us that have a job get paid linearly, which means you either clock in, you get paid, you clock out, it stops. If you're a realtor, when you sell a house, you get paid one time for that sale. If you're a personal trainer, in regards to our call tonight, when you train a client, they pay you for the time you spend together. If they don't come back, you don't get any more money. So in this example, obviously, people are going to gossip. Imagine, just think about how you were exposed to social media. How did you hear about Facebook? How did you hear about a good restaurant or a movie or a brand name of clothing? Think about all the ways you've been exposed by word of mouth marketing. It's the same way that 5Links works. So here's an example of the power of sampling with our products, but also how to leverage the multi-level marketing system. So you decide you want to get affiliated with 5Links, and you start sharing these products and services with people that you know. We call that your warm market. Now let's just say over the course of a few weeks, 20 people, we'll call them healthy people, decide that they want to affiliate themselves with your team because they see the value and benefit of getting involved with 5Links. They see the aspect of leverage. Now, if all of you have 50 products, and this is an example, most people have well over 50 products, 5Links would pay you an average commission of 50 cents on each product. So 20 people with 50 products, that's your coffee, your edge, your boost, your fuel, and all the other stuff in the other divisions that 5Links have, equal product or customers, you're going to start earning $500 residually every month based off habits people are doing anyway. Now think about how many months prior to looking at this overview tonight in August 2015, how many months have you consumed coffee? How many months have you taken your protein or energy drinks? On average, people are spending about $1,600 a year on coffee and energy drinks alone. But see, what starts to happen is what my wife and I experienced. Remember, I'm active duty military. A few weeks ago, I just got back off my 9th deployment in 5 years. Well, during that time, my wife was very serious about exercising and getting a certain physique. A lot of people saw what she did. They asked her what she was on. Now we have a lot more customers because it was word of mouth marketing, and my wife is a product of our own product. So now we jumped up to 200 members on our team. 200 people decided that they wanted to take advantage of the 5Links opportunity and give theirself, their family, their friends the advantage in life. Now all we did was add 0 to the number here, and you can see that now we're earning $5,000 residually. In my personal case, I don't know about you, as an active duty military guy, $5,000 every month is more than what the Navy already pays me. Now here's the cool aspect of this. We've been in 5Links for 5 years. I've been deployed 9 times. My wife and I have 5 kids. This is very part-time for us. It took me 12 years to earn, I think, $3,300 in the Navy base pay. It took us less than 5 years to earn well over $5,000 a month. But what started to happen? The team continued to grow. 5Links opened up in Asia. 5Links opened up in Mexico and Haiti and Puerto Rico and Canada. People there drink coffee and exercise as well. Trust me, I can look at my customer base and prove it. So now we jumped up to 2,000 people on our team on a monthly basis. Now we're earning $50,000 residually. These are real numbers, okay? And I am proud to say, as humbly as I can, at the time of this recording, my wife and I have 62,000 people in our organization. Imagine if you were getting paid 50 cents off of all that. Would you give yourself or your friends or family the advantage in life? Okay? So, as your team starts to grow, you're going to continually get compensated when people join your team and get promoted. It's a very simple process. You can see as you promote through the compensation plan, you can earn an up to $365 every time someone decides that they want to get affiliated with 5 Links, distribute our products and services, and when they get qualified, you would then get that pay. So the details are further explained if you decide you want to get started. The person that's going to mentor you through your success, they can absolutely explain this 100%. And the reason I say that without question is because we all follow the same system. We're all taught the same way. The cool thing about this slide is this is only one of 10 ways that we actually earn income in 5 Links. But the most exciting ways that we get paid, in my opinion, are our executive benefit packages. So at the senior vice president level, you get 5,000 stock options in our company. We're still a privately held company. You get a BMW car allowance. It just has to be silver. You get an annual vacation, all expense paid for 2, and you get an expense account. So here's the question that I want to ask you guys. I try to be a sincere, straight shooter type of guy. I apologize if I offend anyone. Ask yourself this question. What do you have to do at your current profession to earn a car payment, an all expense paid vacation for 2, an expense account that can easily pay for a nice house, and have 5,000 shares of stock in your company if it hasn't yet gone public? To me, that's what makes 5 Links the perfect plan B. So like I said when I started this overview, I've been affiliated with 5 Links for 5 years. I'm full-time military, and I'm happy to tell you guys that my wife and I are literally living our retired lifestyle 8 years before I actually retire from the military. So let's move on through the compensation plan and we'll wrap this thing up. At the platinum position, you get to keep all the perks of SBP, but now you get a Bentley. They give you $4,000 a month for a custom-made Bentley. You get to participate in the platinum bonus pool, which your mentor or sponsor can explain to you. You get 5,000 more stock options, and you get to go on a dream vacation for 2. And actually, funny enough, today as I record this, all the platinums and 5 Links are going on an all-expense-paid vacation to Dubai. Okay, the top position in our company, this is the pinnacle of our company, is considered Diamond Senior Vice President. When you hit this position, you get $300,000 up front, $10,000 a month after you've held that position a year, and 10,000 more stock options. Okay, so let's talk about how to get you enrolled in 5 Links if you do see the opportunity. There's 3 starting positions. The only one I'm going to talk about is on the right. The reason that I'm only going to talk about that is it has the best value for the most competitive rate. Okay, so for $1,000 is your upfront cost to get started with 5 Links, to affiliate yourself with this company. It's an over $2,000 value worth of product that you're going to get, along with 100 $10 gift coupons that you can now give out to people that you want to give samples to. So for all 3 starting positions, your monthly cost is right around $110 a month. And what you get out of that is your website that you can funnel people to buy your products or use your services. But you also continue to get the Smart Builder Kit, which gives you 20 points. Now, points are very important in regards to how we get promoted in our company. But for the best value, in my opinion, getting started at the VIP Starter Kit is the best option for you, because it includes all the startup costs. There's no upselling after you get started. There's no surprises. And what we want you to do is make a conscious adult decision about how to get started, and we really want you to take advantage of the VIP Starter Kit. You could start out as an IMR or a leader kit, but trust me, you would pay your money. The person enrolling you in the business would then tell you some other things that you need to do to get qualified, and it would end up costing more than the $1,000 that you would spend as a VIP starter kit. And again, with all 3 services, your monthly cost to run your business is right around $110 a month. So, lastly, what I'm going to do is talk to you about closing. One of the things I haven't discussed yet is the tax advantage of being involved with 5 Links, simply because we're a home-based business. Being involved with the home-based business opens up a large avenue of advantage in regards to tax leveraging. So imagine those of you that are already getting all your appropriate apparel for going to the gym. Ladies out there getting your new shoes and your gloves and your yoga pants and all your little sports training shirts or whatnot and whatever. How much money that you're already committed to spend are you going to be able to claim at the end of the year in regards to your taxes? How much of that are you going to be able to leverage? But let's go really in depth with tax leveraging real quick. Because 5 Links now provides health and wellness products along with coffee, how much of the supplements that you already commit on buying can you claim and write off? Unless you're involved with a company such as 5 Links that leverages the direct selling industry, you're not allowed to write any of that stuff off. Now, I'm not a tax professional. I do have an extremely high security clearance, and over the last 5 years, I've paid a professional to do my taxes. But I can tell you that without 5 Links, I would not be able to write off a quarter of my house payment, 56 cents per mile that I drive my car to and from places that I was going to go anyway. Vacations that I take my wife and children, we now discuss business and I can write those off. Imagine every morning, I'm a Navy sailor. I mean, I drink coffee for a career. That's what we do. Imagine all the coffee that I would have drank that I couldn't write off unless I was involved with 5 Links. So those are things that I want you to really think about before you make your decision. But back to the main purpose of this overview, my whole goal tonight was to show you guys how to take advantage of something that's going to be done anyway through the vehicle of 5 Links. So what I want you guys to do is on a scale 0 to 10, take your temperature. 0 means you're not interested at all in either of the product, services, or the opportunity that 5 Links has. A 10 means you're ready to get started with the company and take advantage of the opportunity. If you're somewhere around a 7 or 8, that means you're willing to try some of the products or services that the person that recommended you on this video would maybe be able to provide you. But here's what I know. All right, a lot of confused people do nothing. So what I want you guys to do is after the call tonight, after this webinar, I want you to get in touch with the person that put you on this video tonight and let them know what your number is. Let them know on a scale 0 to 10 where you fall out on that temperature chart, and they're going to know what to do. Trust me. They're going to know how to handle your questions. They're going to know how to provide you more information, again, because this is a system, just like McDonald's, where teenagers run that billion-dollar industry. We're professionals here in 5 Links. We all follow the same system. We all go through the same training. When you get back with the person that referred you here, just let them know what your number is, and they're going to know how to help you out and get you exactly what you need in regards to taking advantage of what's going on here. So the last thing I want to tell you guys is the 3 levels of living in life. All right, you have almost living, which means you're almost getting by. You almost made your New Year's resolutions. You almost paid the bills. You almost did everything. Then you have mostly living, which means you're mostly getting by on a monthly basis. Christmas was mostly okay, but you got a little bit of debt. You mostly spoiled your spouse on your anniversary, but there are some things holding you back. And then there's utmost living, guys. And what I want you guys to understand is it is not necessary for you to have the chapter in your book that is the most horrific story that people, cry about. You see a lot of famous and successful people have these types of stories. I'm here to tell you that is not required for you to be successful. And what my wife and I did 5 years ago is we looked at people in our current profession and we started judging the types of, we started really measuring the type of lifestyle that they had. I looked at people at the top of the military retiring, and I started asking what type of lifestyle options did they have when they retired. A lot of them were downgrading because they couldn't maintain the lifestyle that they wanted. So what I want you guys to do is look at the people at the top of whatever your current profession is. Ask yourself, could you ever hit that top position? And if you could, do they have the lifestyle that you want? And if not, then 5 Links could quite possibly be the best plan B for you going on right now. And like I said, 5 years ago, my wife and I agreed that we were going to take advantage of this. We were going to be very serious about our business. And I'm happy to tell you that although I am within the special operations of the Navy, my wife and I are currently living a lifestyle as if we're already retired. So I want to thank you all for your time tonight. Again, I will add a link to this recording. You guys can pass it around, funnel it through social media. We really want to get the word out about the High Five products because we can inspire people to live a better life. All right, so feel free to share this as you need. If you guys have questions, feel free to inbox me personally. This webinar is officially over for now. Good night and bye for now.